Hello everyone, hello, welcome in on the 29th of March. I am Insightful Angel and I would like to say thank you very much for joining me today. If you're new, thank you for being here. I hope that you find some grace, some guidance, some positivity and some truth in my readings. And if you're a regular, then welcome back and thank you very much again for being here. I am an intuitive reader and they are general reads. I provide these videos on a weekly basis, so please feel free to like and subscribe so you get weekly notifications, and press the notification bell so you'll get the notifications of when I upload a new video. They are weekly on a Monday. I read generally, and I do tend to focus on the Melanated Carrying Collective. As you can see, I'm a melanated person myself, and I do like to feel that tune into the ancestors, specifically for our collective. However, the messages are general and they may well resonate with people who are non-melanated carriers, and you're more than welcome. Everyone is welcome here. So thank you again for joining me here. And let's just see what the week commencing 29th of March has in store for you. Bear in mind, if they do resonate, the energies may well carry forward. They may be talking about energies that you are previously experiencing, maybe currently experiencing, or maybe energies that will resonate for quite some time. Like I said, they are general readings. So let's get started. Okay, so guardian angels, guides, Mother, Father, God, and our beautiful anointed ancestors, thank you so much for being here. We are proud to be of your lineage. We want you to step forward and offer us your guidance, your comfort, your support. We trust you and we want to thank you. All right, so what do we have today? All right, thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Whoa, that was quick. All right, so the sacred landscape today is telling us to stand still. Okay, stand still. It's the first of our oracle cards. Secondly, I'm going to ask the African landscape. Of those of us who are melanated, the whole world originates from the continent of Africa, but I'd like the energy of our ancestors. I like to think that will come through. Certain decks I like to use because then I feel that the imagery and the energy will awaken the energy of the ancestors more so. And I like to have a variety of different types of cards to use. Right, thank you, ancestors. What would you have us know for this week? Thank you. Thank you very much, ancestors. Okay, very quick. All right, so energy is alive. And up in today, we have the Magpie Shrike, and it says, true peace is found in spiritual fulfillment. Get in tune with your divine self to reach your fullest potential. Okay. All right, so those of you wanting to manifest, very clear message there that your manifestations will come through connecting with your true self, some kind of spiritual practice. And I was speaking to someone the other day who had done a reading for, and just reminding them that meditation doesn't necessarily mean having to sit in a specific position with background music or chanting or anything like that. Meditation is the act of stillness. Oh my God. Okay, and what did this card say? Stand still. Okay, so very much Spirit asking us guiding us to stand still at this moment in time. All right, and through meditation, it's that stillness and that leads you to that connection. And it is in the stillness of any action or activity. As I was saying, I was telling her that actually you can be meditating washing the dishes. It's in that stillness that Spirit is able to cut through the external clatter, chatter and noise and actually whisper to you. And that whispering is your intuitive voice, that's Spirit talking to you. Okay, so Spirit very much saying that they're with us, but oh, right, okay. This one flipped first, and this one was Turquoise Sea. How beautiful is that card? Turquoise Sea. All right. You also had Rose Quartz and Om. And I'm going to take this one because when I was shuffling before it flipped out, but I put it back in. So very much about being in the stillness, sitting still this week, tuning in. There's obviously a deep message that it wants to communicate, but it's going to be through tuning into yourself and facing your energies inwards as opposed to out into the external world. So let's see. Let's draw some tarot now and see what the tarot has to say in support of that. But very much not one about message this week is very much about not putting energies outward, but drawing them in and really listening and listening and speaking to your own voice, not allowing other voices to cut through who you are and what you know and what you need at this time. Okay. Right. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. Okay, thank you, guardian angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, Spirit. What would you have us know this week? Okay. Thank you. All right, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. What would you have us know this week? We then have... Sorry, just knocked the tripod. Death. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, that one flipped. Where is it? Where's it gone? All right, there's one in here that's flipped over. Where is it? There. Is it? Okay, so we have Justice and the Ace of Swords. Okay, one more. Thank you, Spirit. Just one more. Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. Anything else? We have Four of Cups. All right. Okay, so I'm going to read from the books for each of the oracle cards and then we'll come to interpret the tarot. So we had Stand Still. All right. And this says, this is about swamplands. It feels that some areas of your life have slowed down or even come to a standstill. You are right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. First step to becoming unstuck is to acknowledge where you are. Soul loves truth. In life you can either say there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers. In nature, when one is being sucked into mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. So some aspects of your life, and obviously this is not necessarily relevant for everyone, has somehow made you feel trapped in some way, yeah? Stuck. Yeah, defeated, all right? And there's a need for forward movement. Now, Spirit seems to be saying quite clearly that the peace that you're looking for, the answers, is going to be in spiritual fulfillment. You've got to tune into the divinity of yourself. This is very much the case. So let's have a look what turquoise sea has to say to us. Okay, bear with me a second when I find it. Right, so we have turquoise sea. It's alerting you to the fact that in order for you to heal your relationship with another, you must first heal the relationship you have with yourself. The soul strives to remind us that we are perfect just the way we are and guides us on the path of love. On the other hand, the intellect constantly strives to control us through fear. It carries a negative voice that whispers you are not good enough, not capable, and so on. All right? So very much Spirit telling us to tap into and remember to not speak ill of ourselves, and to remember that life is a balance. Okay? In order for us to feel better about who we are, where we're going, and how we do it, and how we move forward, the answer is within. All right? I'll continue to read this. The mind keeps us preoccupied with false concerns, and in the process keeps us from discovering our true nature. In order to heal this issue, you must acknowledge your feelings and embrace all that you are. Start to have positive and loving thoughts about yourself. Regularly set aside time to just be without actually doing anything. You do not have to be busy all the time in order to feel worthy. All right, so some of you, somewhere, there is a feeling of disappointment, dissatisfaction with self and what that's created for self. And very much the oracle card saying it's about going within and learning to love yourself, honor yourself, speak well of yourself from within. We then have Om. Okay, as we know, Om is a traditional chant attached to meditation and meditative healing. So let's see what the card Om has to say for us. It's appeared to remind you of the your unlimited creative power, your healing and wisdom that can be accessed through this sacred sound. Try the following meditation anytime you feel low on energy or out of balance in any way. All right? So, giving us some tools as well, Spirit, to connect to that perhaps dissatisfied and slightly, I get a sad feeling. So there's whoever's out there is feeling a little bit dissatisfied with life, saddened, a bit upset with themselves. Spirit's clearly saying the answer to shifting that is to go within. Okay. We first then have the tarot adding to our message with, firstly, the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is about creativity, your inspiration. You may be feeling inspired, or there's a need for inspiration to come into your life, into your experience. There has been Ten of Swords. There has been some really quite horrible events which have literally brought you to your knees. You can see how that casket there is like it's an esophagus of traditional Egyptian, and basically when you win one of those, you're dead. And you're well and truly dead, because you've usually been mummified and been embalmed. So that's someone who's been completely kind of slayed and feeling really quite defeated, let down. But I'm getting the feeling the let down is a sense of feeling let down. They've let themselves down in some way. The Death card has come in to show, but however, you may think it's a negative, but it's the ending of something. It's sweeping something away. It's perhaps it's making you look at yourself, really focus on yourself and see where you are actually crucifying yourself with your thoughts. And that needs to end. The ending of that will then turn things around for you by going inside. As the Magpie Shrike is telling you, it's your spiritual fulfillment, tuning into your divine self, that's going to be the turning point and the shift from this ending. This ending has to take place, okay? We then have justice. Whatever justice you're seeking, whatever right you're looking for, whatever rebalancing of yourself and the life that you're living is going to come as a consequence of that death, of you revisiting and letting go of whatever it is that's no longer serving you. There's something Spirit is clearly indicating is not serving you anymore, and you need to let that go. Okay? It's about endings, and with endings, there's always a new beginning, there's transformation. All right? We then have, the Justice card is basically telling us that as a result of this ending, you're going to come through, and you're going to come through, there's going to be fairness, a more balanced, direct cause and effect. You'll be manifesting whatever you're putting out. Will be returning to you instead of the imbalancing. But the key to it is about how you are thinking about yourself and about the creative thoughts that you're having about yourself, who you are and where you're going. A very, very different reading, a quieter reading today. Not about action. This is not about taking your energy outside of yourself. It's very much about the internal workings of what's going on internally. We then have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is showing that as a result of that death, that ending, when you do that work and that internal work, be mindful about how you're speaking about yourself, to yourself, of yourself, the way you're thinking about your life to this point. When that ending comes and you sweep away into the new, there'll be new beginnings, okay? Much more fairness and balance and new beginning. And this new beginning is very much one that is, let me think, how can I say it? There's just going to be a real clarity of thought and a real breakthrough. And then that real breakthrough and clarity of thought will basically dispel the feeling of apathy. There's a sense that some of you are feeling, there's a sense of apathy and discontentment. And in order to dispel that, the message very, very clearly is that the clarity of thought and the breakthrough is going to come when you allow death to sweep in. And that death is the death of how you speak about, think about, how you treat yourself, how you speak internally about your life to yourself. Clearly, the landscape, and both the African landscape and the sacred landscape, telling you that it's about standing still, be still. And in that stillness, go inside. Okay. And perhaps for many of you, that sound as you think or meditate will be what opens you up to the whispers that your ancestors and the guides are trying to bring forward for you, so that you can actually receive that clarity and finally break out of the apathy and the discontent, okay, that the hurt caused. So, a much more somber reading in some ways, but actually a reading that's going to provide you with the breakthrough that you need, okay? When you sweep away and that death comes, that dark night of the soul, you push through those feelings of having been, yes, stabbed in the back, destroyed, defeated, and the breakthrough comes. That's when that new beginning starts, and there's no more of this feeling dejected, despondent, and like your cups are overturned. So thank you very much for being here. If you're still here, please like, share and subscribe. Please, if you subscribe, remember to press the notification bell. I want to thank you, your guides and my guides, for being with us today. This is probably quite a profound reading and probably one of the most important ones. I know many of us like the excitement and the thrills of, oh, love's coming and this, but actually this reading, I'm feeling quite powerfully that the message of this reading is one of the strongest ones that will help shift where you're at into stepping into where you want to be. Just before we go, I'm just going to ask for a little bit more guidance here. So let's see which guardians are with us. Okay, so I'll ask the guardians to come forward. Thank you, Spirit Guide. Guardians. Okay, what guidance do you have for us? Okay, and we had, I did with this one that turned up, but we had the High Priest come out. All right. High Priest came out, and the High Priest says, intend and create. And remember, the way to intend and create is through greater awareness, and the path to greater awareness is always through stillness and going within. So very much supporting what the oracles and the tarot have been telling us, that you are a bridge between heaven and earth. This says it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. So yes, very clearly saying, look, be mindful what you put your energy and your attention on. Be mindful of what you're thinking of, because it is that is propelling you forward. And what you've been thinking about perhaps in the past, the way you've been thinking about yourself, your life, where you're going and how you've been feeling about it, perhaps not been the most positive. Spirit very much indicating that you need to kill that off. All right, dispel that. The High Priest telling you you are incredibly powerful. So whatever you're thinking or intending, that's what you're going to be creating. And if you want to dispel this feeling of not enough, lack, dejection, disappointment, then it's all about these cards here. It's about going within. All right, standing still. I'll continue to read what it says about the High Priest in case there's anything else that I've missed. All right, it says have been some setbacks, yes. All right, and we can see that with the Ten of Swords here. All right, in spirit, very much acknowledging, yes, there's been some challenges, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you're being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal and expand, and then watch it happen right before your eyes. Thank you very much for that. So thank you very much, Spirit, for that. Sorry about the interruption there. I had someone at my door. So I'm just going to finally ask Spirit for one final piece of guidance. So thank you, Spirit, guardian angels, for your presence. And what guidance would you, last message would you like to give us? And it says, oh, this is a lovely one. And it says here, there we go. So that's what we got. That's what it has on the back. And look at her. Beautiful. Staring out from the foliage. A part of everything. And it says, you are royal and you are sovereign. Honour this and let go of those who do not acknowledge it. So those have been your messages. Very clearly messages about you focusing on you. Being kind to yourself. Going within. And allowing Spirit to speak through you. I have been Insightful Angel. Thank you very much for being here. Please, if you're still here, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. When you subscribe, press the notification bell. Thank you very much for all your loving support, and I will see you next week. Bye.